Hello, my good friends, my dear audience. Just welcome to the show Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. Today, we're talking about a big subject, a huge subject, probably a subject that is bigger than anything else. You're talking about $10 trillion, right? $10 trillion. That is the United States new law. As a matter of fact, it's not new law. If we go back to history, probably, at least this is a law that has been 2 years old. So today, in discussion about a new law, which is FATCA, called FATCA. I wish it has a T at the ending so that you can call it a fat cat, right? With my good friend, Mr. John Chong, and a CPA, outstanding CPA that I trust so much. I even trust him with my own tax returns. All right, so welcome, John, to my show.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you for inviting me. Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here again.
Okay,
talking about the serious issues which scared everybody. Who has big money hiding abroad.
Because before the tax deadline, we invited you one time. That was the time you were extra busy, super busy in your office, so the conversation was so short, the content was so compact. Now that deadline has passed, so you're kind of more or less relaxed, so we can talk longer today, can we?
Yes, sure. There are some extensions. We can extend the tax return for companies to September. For personal, we can extend to October. We can do it slowly. But still, if you owe the money, you have to pay in advance.
But
otherwise,
you're still
you still
busy
owe
enough.
the penalty. Still busy. Maybe it takes another month to close the business stuff.
I see. However, we're not talking about a regular personal income today. We're talking about special, extremely rich people who hide their monies overseas, money, properties, or whatever, the increasement of their property, whichsoever. And there's a law called FATCA that is being imposed, has to be imposed July 1st of this year. So join me, my good friend, John Zhong, and famous CPA, a trustworthy CPA that I trust him even enough to handle my tax returns, right? Okay. Now, what is the overall picture about the FATCA?
Okay, FATCA is called Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. The English term is called this one. It's related, it's mainly concentrated on the people who has foreign accounts. And a lot of people, a lot of rich people who evade the tax using the foreign account, offshore account. They make money abroad. They moving the money to abroad, and they do not transfer any money back to U.S.
They even wash money abroad, right?
Yeah, they do everything abroad, offshore. Yes, but they are U.S. citizen or green card holders, and they don't want to pay the U.S. tax. And the United States is after the financial crisis, they feel we need to collect more tax and money. We cannot let this guy to evade the tax abroad. We want the money, we want the tax from them. Then the congressman and the senators, they discuss about these issues, and they want to enforce a law to regulate this kind of account. How let them to report some tax, file some tax to the government, to Uncle Sam.
All right. Go back into history, though. I heard that even during the year of 2005, this law was first created, or at least thought of, but it was the economic setback, the last crisis that happened, that delayed the implementation of the law. Was that true?
Yes, this law was made, actually was created. The law should be discussed and argued and do the hearing for a long, long time in the United States.
I see.
And from that time, what you said is 2005. They created the draft. Then they passed the law in 2000 and I think it's
2010.
2010 March.
In March, yes.
And in March, they said it's going to be effective at January 1st, 2014, after 4 years. And at January 1st, they still extended another half a year, because a lot of people, they don't feel comfortable. I think the people who has a foreign account, they have their representative in the Congress. They want the law passed.
Oh, I see.
Our favorites to them. They don't want to get a sudden crash on their account. So they need time to how to move their funds to a safe place.
The rich people always have their lobbies, right?
That's correct.
To lobby the decision to delay that implementation
Delay this kind of law.
So it took them 4 years to decide we have to implement it anyways.
Correct.
Am I right?
That's right.
Okay. In other words, when a law has been delayed for several times and it has been delaying for so long, can the July 1st deadline still be extended, still delayed? It could be possible, isn't it?
Right now, it's April, and July is within 2.5 months. It's very hard to be extended another time, looks like. And the FATCA is going to be effective July 1st. So probably there is no way to be extended this time.
I see. Okay, to your knowledge, because you're a public CPA and also you have handled so many national cases or even federal cases. So to your knowledge, what significance does this law bring? Significance.
This bring the profit, bring the tax to the U.S.
Bring the tax revenue. Yes.
Yeah, revenues, a lot of revenues to the Uncle Sam. That's true. And with this law, you have to report your foreign account. If you don't report this foreign account, the Uncle Sam can put you into jail. The rich people, they want high tax. They want to hide the tax, but they do not want to go to jail.
They can levy it, or they can put you in jail.
They put into jail if you hide something abroad, because they cannot levy it. If you want to levy it, the assets should be reached by the U.S. government.
I see.
So it's abroad.
Yes, of course. Every time when we talk significance, we're talking about the positive side for such a law, right?
That's correct.
In terms of talking about significance, though, there is always a setback to consider.
That's correct.
Would this hurt the motivation of the rich people to further create money, to create job opportunities or things like that?
Yes, some rich people, they have make a lot of money, and when they thought there is this kind of law to be effective, they consult with their lawyers, with their CPAs. After that, they said, like the creator of the Google, right? He quit the citizenship.
Facebook.
I'm
Facebook,
sorry.
Yeah.
Not Facebook.
Not Facebook?
Facebook
Okay.
is Google. The creator of Google. Surveillance.
Severin
Severance.
is Facebook. Severin the Facebook creator, yeah.
Facebook is Zuckerberg.
Oh,
Zuckerberg
oh,
is Facebook.
I see.
That's the Google.
He later on joined. He later on started with Google, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah, and he quit the citizenship. He got an exit tax according to his assets. After Google go to the public, he has to pay like 6 billion, $6 billion US dollar tax. But if he quit the citizenship, he only need to file 3.8,
All right.
trading tax, bidding tax.
No, 3.87. No, 300,000. No, 3.8. No,
387 million.
387 million. Yes, that's the
he
number.
filed
Yes.
less tax, very less. After compare with this one, he would
Instead
rather
of 800
to
something, right?
exit the citizenship and
He
file
applied
exit tax.
Singapore his citizenship.
Yeah, because Singapore, they will not levy, they will not, ask you to pay the capital gain tax.
I see.
In U.S., you have to pay the capital gain tax
I see.
from the 0 rate to the, right now it's going to be like 40%. It's going to be according to your income.
I believe that I heard another decision that United States has refused him to re-enter the country as a punishment. Have you heard about that?
It's going to be like something like a proposal, like some
Proposed,
angry
I
congressman.
see, I
Yes,
see.
but
Some
you
angry-
cannot refuse
some
anyone.
angry congressman,
Congressman
Congress
proposed
members
to be like this
proposed
one.
to forbidding him
Yeah.
from getting back into this country, right?
Yeah, but it's against the Constitution. You
but to
cannot
your-
forbid
yeah,
anyone
sure.
to be entered to the
All
U.S. If he's not a criminal.
I see. well, anyway, in terms of a tax, you do create criminals. Because you refuse to pay tax. It is
Correct.
a criminal act, right?
But he legally filed the exit tax
I
for
see.
$387 billion U.S. tax. Then I quit the U.S. citizenship. Then in this way, he's legally
$million.
Million dollars.
Yes.
He legally exit the citizenship.
I
It's
see.
everything legal. Everything legal. He's a billionaire. He consult with everybody, CPA and lawyers. He paid the tax, and I.
On the other hand, though, you literally kick a guy, rich guy, who is so creative, out of the country. So does that, in the long run, hurt the economy?
That's yes. Like a lot of people, like you are a green card holder, you are an investor, you want to come to the United States.
Yeah.
You can bring a lot of money to the United States.
Of
At the
course,
same
yes.
time, you have your own money in your own country. You have your own business, and you have your own enterprise. You don't want
see.
to bring everything to the United States. You still want to, have your business in other countries like in China, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. But now you have to report everything. In China, you make money, you have to report to the U.S.
All right. It looks to me a double-edged sword, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So it has the positive effect, it has the negative setbacks, right?
Correct.
So I'm thinking about the best way to do so, because now tax and death, they are inevitable. Inevitables, you have to pay. And also the motivation to create job opportunities is also something you don't want to hurt, right? So the fact is that in this world, there is always some harbors for them to get themselves protected.
Correct.
The best way to me is that the whole world joint-handedly doing a collaboration to diminish any harbor that's existing. So no matter where you go, you have to face the same taxation anyway, and then that will probably stop people going from place to place. Do you think that's a solution?
That's the European, what their community is doing. Looks like they are not very successful. They try to do everything the same, and in Europe, and it's not very successful. Looks like different countries like Greece, Spain, they don't want to restrict their own budget or something. They don't want. They want their freedom, and that will restrict every country, everybody, and that looks like it's impossible. It's very ideal, a very ideal, idea, but it's not possible.
It's a kind of idealistic situation, like a utopia.
Yeah,
but not practical, right?
It's not practical. Looks like you can never do that.
Okay, let's take a short moment now. When we come back, we'll find out what's in there. All right, so stay with us.